up nicely. It's the Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. Yeah, they clean up nicely. Yeah.
Hey, take 4. We've been having some streaming issues today. Yeah, I don't know. We're retrying this. So we're going to talk about our weekends again for the 4th time before we bring on our guests today. To recap what I've recapped 3 times already, there was no Reds games this weekend, so I just had to DJ. Friday I was at Fishbowl. Saturday I was at Red Leprechaun. Sunday I did the stretch. A little tougher. Gigs when there aren't games or something going on in the banks, you got to really kind of work the crowd a lot more. Sunday was Mother's Day, so it was a slower day. I went to a concert after the gig Sunday, saw Bad Religion, Social Distortions. That was pretty cool. Drew, how was your weekend?
It's been a long one. They just get longer. So Thursday, I started a brand new night at the Bungalow. It's an emo, indie, alternative night. Yeah, again, these edits don't really exist. I mean, me and you have done a bunch, but they need some personal love and touch. So I'm going to go back through my set and really be redoing a lot of it. I had club on Friday, wedding on Saturday, which is kind of a very religious crowd, but they're the ones that'll trick you, and they're all, well, out of nowhere, just rage for 3 hours, like never get off the dance floor. So that one was really fun. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, like you said, it was a great day. People were out, but it's not as busy as normal. So still ended up being good, but definitely taxing week. Yeah, but overall good. Good.
Real quick, I want to get some sponsor stuff out of the way. If you use promo code Drew and Fuse Show, that'll get you 30% off your first month of activation at directmusicservice.com. If you use the promo code DAFS, that'll get you 50% off your first 3 months at Crate Hackers, or that'll get you 30% off an annual plan. Also, with Crate Hackers, Drew and I do the hackathon, the final Tuesday of every month. We're on there with the hackathon. So if you enjoy the music episodes that we've been doing on the podcast, essentially the hackathons are the same thing with a live audience. It doesn't cost anything to join the discussion, so check them out sometime. We're going to talk a little music on today's episode. We've got a great guest for you guys. He's a return guest. We've had him on the show before. He was before in Milwaukee, now in New York City. Everybody knows him. Everybody's playing all of his edits. Please help us welcome Even Steve.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, good to be here. It's been a while. Good to be here.
Yeah, how may I have you back on?
Now, just in a different location, just a little more, further east. I don't know if it's further north, but it's definitely further east.
Definitely further east, yeah.
How's the transition?
It's been cool, man. It's been pretty smooth. Like the DJ scene has been pretty welcoming. I know a lot of people out here, and there's a lot of good spots to play. So I've been having a really good time, and life out here is fun. It's exciting. There's a lot to do. I've got really no complaints so far. It's been great.
How many months have you been there now?
3 months just now.
Did you bring your car in, or is it you get rid of your car and that's just you just subway it all the time and taxi it?
So I brought my car at first, and I was doing street parking, and it was brutal. I just had to go move my fucking car all the time, and I wasn't even using it because it's so much easier to just get around, with transportation. So this last time when I went to Midwest DJs Live, because my family was there, I actually drove back and left my car at my mom's house, so that when I go and visit, I've got a car there, because you can't go anywhere in Milwaukee without a car.
Right.
But I feel liberated. I feel amazing.
I've always wanted to live in a downtown, and I just get rid of my car and just hoof it everywhere. But I'd imagine, New York, you're gonna find out real quick how useless that car is.
Oh yeah, I'm amazed how many people here actually do drive.
Do you have to bring gear anywhere you're playing? And if so, what do you do if you have to do that?
So usually it's just been my laptop. I've played a couple spots where I need a controller, but I just bring the controller on the train, and it's been cool. So far,
That's
no
cool.
complaints. Yeah.
Have you got any nice subway shows from live performers on a subway?
Not as many as I expected. I'm trying to think. I haven't had one in a while. I've seen a lot of like weird stuff on the subway, but
Oh, I'm sure.
in terms
Yeah.
of like performances, I've been kind of disappointed. I keep hoping I'm gonna get like the Diplo set or whatever, or like Green Day's gonna be playing at the station because I see that stuff online, but no luck
You
so
haven't-
far.
You
Yeah.
probably need to just go over by Jimmy Fallon's studio, right? Did you get that?
Yeah, I just gotta lurk around the stations there, waiting for something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do with your free time in New York? Oh, I just hang around the subway station waiting for the pop-up show. I'm a subway dweller these days. That's what I do in my free time.
It's a scene, man. It's a scene.
Yeah,
And,
I bet.
Some of these gigs I didn't really like. I didn't really anticipate how far out they'd be. Like I played in like Staten Island, and like looking at it, it doesn't look geographically that far. And I guess if I had a car, it wouldn't be that far. But it was like 2 hours. Like I took like a train and a bus, and on the way back, I rode the ferry in the middle of the night.
Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So sometimes it's a hike to get around.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that ferry's cool though. It's a good free something free to do in New York City if you just want to sightsee, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. You know, maybe at like 4:30 in the morning, it's not like as exciting. But
Right.
Right.
yeah, the ferry's a vibe. I mean, just riding home rather than driving, I feel like I'm actually like relaxing and like unwinding rather
Yes.
than like stopping and starting and turning, and like I feel like I fall asleep like faster after that like train unwind compared to the drive.
Oh, right.
Right. That makes sense. And you guys are in Queens, right?
Yeah, in Astoria.
Has there been anything else challenging with the move? Like even just as far as like, I don't know, if other DJs were thinking on making a move like that, anything you would do a little different or recommend?
I mean, I'm glad I waited till I was like at a point where I had some notoriety going in, because it seems like it would be a tricky market if you were a complete unknown. But I really have the advantage of kind of being a DJ that like a good amount of other industry people kind of know already, and they're willing to like give me a chance. Because I wouldn't want to make a move and be the guy that's just in there like begging for gigs,
Right.
like as kind of a nobody without any credentials.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I waited till now.
Yeah, me and Fuse have both stayed in our markets or lived in pretty much near home for our whole careers or lives, really. I've never moved out of the state, so something I want to do soon, but just need to know what to look out for sure.
No, I was just going to say, at least New York's like it seems like from an outsider's opinion, there's always something going on every night of the week, so there's always gigs to be had versus like where we're at or where you were kind of at. They're kind of the same size, I would say. And it's like, there's only one night of the week to play on, Wednesday or, that kind of.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm coming from Milwaukee. It's a fairly small market. So say you want a gig on like a Wednesday, there's only a handful of spots that can be filled by like the 50 plus like active DJs in the city. So most people aren't really working on that day. But out here, there's a lot of gigs, but there's a lot of DJs too. So you do have to be like competitive, and you do have to kind of be a more desirable DJ to get those spots. But they exist.
Right.
If you're willing to put the work in, like there's no limit to how much you can spin out here.
Right.
I know some dudes that are just DJing constantly.
Are you trying to take on as much as you can right now too, or are you kind of still wanting to do like 4 or 5 a week?
So right now I'm trying to kind of feel out where I am in the market. I don't want to work constantly yet because I want to have a lot of opportunities to go out and hear other people play and see what spots are out there, and just kind of I don't want to like settle myself in a certain like set of residencies or something before I really know what's out there and where I fit in.
Right.
I've been pretty much just doing every Friday and Saturday and then just bouncing around during the week.
Yeah.
That's cool. Since, before you moved, you launched a Patreon, and that's been very successful for you.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you doing on the Patreon? Like if somebody was to subscribe or interested in subscribing, like what would they be signing up for?
Yeah, so the Patreon started out as just some place to put all of my personal edits, because I make a lot of edits and I make short versions of all the songs, and I re-drum things, or I add drums to all the little lulls and stuff. Like I do all the little nitpicky things that I feel like get more oomph out of songs.
Yeah.
And it kind of started out as like just that, and it's kind of morphed into just really anything I can provide value with. So I have I have tutorials like breaking down kind of all of my little routines and stuff, at least as I think to post them or as they get requested. And then I have like my older stuff, like from Club Killers, that isn't on there anymore, ends up on the Patreon. So it's a lot of stuff. I think it's a tremendous value for anybody that DJs kind of similarly to how I do, and by extension how you guys do.
Oh yeah, I would definitely recommend signing up. Yeah, I've always loved your edits.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Is there anything else you wanted to kind of touch on, or before we kind of get into just chatting about some music?
Now let's dive into some music here.
All right, cool. One of the things that, we've mentioned that we're doing is we're doing these music episodes, and this was kind of our first one we're doing with a guest, and we kind of thought what better than to do it with Steve, because we all three kind of play very much alike and have the same kind of thought process when it comes down to DJing, which is actually people having fun and B, keeping them dancing, which is amazing because not everybody thinks that way.
And the oh shit moments. We all like to push the oh shit moments, like getting that reaction, right? And that's where the custom edits come in, is playing
For
it,
sure.
introducing it to where you get that big reaction every time.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest things that I think that all three of us would suggest to anybody is, like, you're really gonna get the most out of a song if you really understand how you play. You can edit the song to help you get the most reaction out of it, because I think that's the thing that the three of us do well, is that we know how we play and then we edit the song to play that way.
Yeah, just squeezing every ounce of juice out of it, just getting
That's right.
getting
So with that said, we all picked 5 songs here, and we're kind of just going to discuss it. I'll go first. The first one I was going to mention on the show today was Will.I.Am featuring Justin Bieber, That Power. And the reason I wanted to bring this one up, I think it's a forgotten song a little bit, but I was actually texting back and forth with Steve when I was talking about this one. And you can actually find this edit that I made on his Patreon, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, I just put it up the other day. Yeah.
We were both talking about this track, and we were like, I think it could work, but the drop really sucks and it just sounds dated. And then so I found a version. Basically, I took a few edits and put them all together to make this one edit that you can find. It's on his Patreon. It's it's That Power. If you want it, I can also send it to you if you guys are listening.
Yeah, I love those remixes that just fix up like those dated drops. There've been so many of these
Right.
kind of like tasteful update remixes out there that I've been loving.
Yeah.
Some of those old songs, just like, I don't know, I feel like the producers were just getting a grasp on how to make EDM, and like especially like those early 2010s like dance tracks, some of them just sound horrible, but the idea is there and like the sing along is there.
That's like Starships to me. The drop is so bad. It sounds like, it's a bootleg, right? The original.
Mhm.
It just
Yeah.
it doesn't really fit. But and I know there's hundreds of different ones that the drops replaced, but they're all still a little too hard for, like say a wedding or whatnot. I haven't really found the one I love yet, so I've just been playing the original.
The remix that I found the drop from was the Joshua Cove remix. There you
Shout out
go.
to Josh Cove.
There he
Love
is.
the remix, man.
It's so funny. I was asking somebody about this, and then Deville did it. So I don't know if Deville's just like hiding in my snooping through my shit, but he's the edit whisperer as well, and he did Chris Brown Forever. He redid it, and it's just so much more playable now. It always took forever to come in, but he just beefed it up, and it's been working. I've been playing it every night. It's been doing great.
Damn, I don't have that one yet. I got to check that out.
That's it's on Club Killers.
Yeah, I know.
I grabbed that one too, and I've been getting tons of requests for that song, like more recently in the last 4 or 5 months, where I've been playing Forever a lot more.
Well, it was the the marriage song, the wedding song for Pam and Kim on The Office, and so I don't know if people are rewatching that and just it's getting new legs again, or if it got legs from somewhere else. But yeah, that's been doing great for me. So
I
there you
really
go.
like using that one as kind of like testing the water, seeing if we're ready to rock, because it's not like in your face, but it's like if you
Right.
want to dance, here's like an invitation here. I like to
Yeah.
use that
Right.
one kind of, maybe 11 o'clock or something. We're starting to fill up and I'm ready to see.
Yeah.
We going there?
Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah.
I
I love that.
track.
All right, Steve, it's your turn.
So I've got Best Love Song by T-Pain. 80-ish BPM sing along there.
Okay.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that's been on my like short list to like make an edit for, and I just keep forgetting. And I've played it. I have the original on my computer. That's all I have. I've played it when people have requested it, and it works. Like people like are super stoked about it. I just don't have the right edit.
Yeah, just the moment that piano comes in, they're excited. And
Yeah.
it was like a go-to. Like I feel like every DJ played it like in Milwaukee, but it was like starting to kind of like lose some steam there. But like I played it out here for the first time as just kind of like a throwaway because it was like losing some traction back home, and it was huge. Like I had like a short edit that I play usually, and I like went and just swapped it out for the full one. Did the whole
Yeah.
it was going off really good for me.
I've been getting tons of requests for T-Pain, and even Akon's killing for me too. So need I need some better remixes of T-Pain. All I have is originals. I went in there and I'm like, man, I don't really have any good remixes or up-tempo versions of any of these classic T-Pain songs.
We did the Buy You a Drink, the Dafts. We did that with that one's over Betty. And that one actually works. I play that one a lot still.
Yeah, I like that one.
Actually, the one that we play that we also did the Closer versus Can't Believe It. That's the one I play every day. It's like
yeah.
About 111. Yeah.
It's kind of like one of your funk edits, Steve. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but that's kind of like
I've got that one.
vibe.
I like that.
Yeah, which I love all of your funk edits. Those are so good. I play them I play so many of those.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I feel like people needed more of those. Like I had like a good like catalog of those, but didn't feel like people were making enough. So I just like buckled down and just made a ton of them, and I've been getting nothing but good feedback for it.
Yeah, like that Safe and Sound one. I almost think the what you used is almost better than the original.
Dude, I love that one. That's like
so
I would listen to that edit. I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, no, I play it all the time. It's like enhance that song for me.
Yeah, thanks. I really like playing Safe and Sound actually, like kind of like peak hour now.
Yeah,
like just from the instrumental drop, like just the original. It's been getting a great reaction for me.
One of my next picks for today was Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson, but the Burnout remix, the Burnout with a V. I felt that track specifically has been lacking like a good current sound as well, and I think that Burnout did a good job of like adding more current kind of drums to it without really ruining the integrity of the original song. So that's why I picked that one. I made an edit that I've been playing, and that's one that's been working for me.
Love the Burnout treatment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like it's kind of the same sound every time, but it's just like such a good like update. Like there's no like, I mean that in no way as like a criticism. It's just like a good modern sound that he's managed to like push these older songs into that makes them so much punchier. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this guy. I don't even know if I know anybody that knows him, but he's been huge all of a sudden. Shout out
putting in work. I have him on my list coming up too.
I'm pretty sure he did a remix of Let It Rock, the Kevin Kevin Rudolph or whatever, and it became official.
Yeah, get him on the show, man. Love Burnout.
Yeah, we need to. So if anybody's listening knows him, tell him to hit us up, or we'll hit him up. Just give us the introduction.
All right, that's a great one. Yeah, and my next pick is going to be, it's a throwback. This is actually, I feel Fisher redid this one. It's the Gotye, somebody I used to know, but I just hate the Fisher version. It just seems disjointed. I can't explain it. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just disjointed. It doesn't ever have any like big peaks or anything to it. So I went back and got the levels remix or mashup. That was basically the one that every single person and their grandma played. It was so burned out, but it's killing again. So Gotye, somebody I used to know versus Levels. That's my next one.
That's funny. I actually brought that one back myself recently. I used to play it like way back in the day, and then it seemed so like dated. And then once we started playing all this old stuff again, I brought it back, and I think Alex Nepa did like a really good like short edit of that I like to play.
Yeah, I just had the one that it's just on DMS. I think Jason B did it, but yeah, I'll have to find that Nepa one. Send it over, Nepa.
What do we got here? Time to Pretend, MGMT.
All right, another throwback. You like it?
So it was like previously kind of like an early night, just like vibing out, showing people that I know some cool music. I guess, I get like in that kind of early night, like 100 to 110 pocket, just like something with a good beat. And I played it like for the first time in New York, and it like went off. Like people were like singing along and stuff. And that was another one that was like, oh shit, this belongs like later in the night. Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's more of a regional thing, because it was never like a big song in Milwaukee. But I'd love to hear how that's working out for you guys if you ever play that.
I play Kids a lot.
I don't play Time to Pretend. I like that song. Joe Maz actually did a good edit that has Sunflower over top of it, Time to Pretend, and it's really dope. I play that one sometimes, but I haven't actually played like the regular version of Time to Pretend.
Yeah, try it out like from the synth in the beginning. Just get them amped up. Like, I mean, it could fall flat, but yeah, worth a shot.
Yeah, worth a shot.
I mean, it's the original's at 100 beats per minute. What are you playing around it?
That's tricky. I'm so like I have this kind of a complex that I developed from like playing like the same spots a lot, where I'm trying really hard not to like do patterns, because I had residencies for a while,
right?
And so I'm always trying to like do something different, but it's right in there with 105. So like sometimes I'll throw it in with some rock stuff, like Semi Charmed Life, or Take Me Out, Franz Ferdinand, Float On. I have like a tone play that I did recently that takes you into Midnight City that I do occasionally, because that's right there in that same same kind of musical movement. If you like one, you probably like the other.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, just because like say that Empire of the Sun with Mac Miller, the Spins, and I've been playing just original Empire of the Sun to mix it in with it, or Doses of Mimosas. Those are all more than 120. This is in that 100 pocket, so there's not as much to play off of. But no, I want to try it. I'm gonna build something off of it. I like it.
Back to me. One that I've been playing that's a good refresh. A lot of the stuff is like, I feel like kind of beating a dead horse here with like what I'm saying, but a lot of it is I'm just trying to find newer versions of that just sound less dated, and I feel like this is another good one that does that. It's Lady Gaga, Just Dance, the JBRUUS remix. It's another, just doesn't ruin the song, and it has more current kind of sounding drums, and you could play it at a nightclub, you could play it at a party bar, you could play it at a wedding, and it would work at all three.
I'll give it a go, because that's always been one of those songs when it first came out was massive, just massive. And then I feel like all Lady Gaga just kind of died. It's like, but a lot of these ones that are coming back. So, I'll definitely give it another go.
Yeah, I play that remix like every gig. I love that.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, Bruce. I think I did an edit where I added like more vocals to the drop or something, because I felt like they were getting kind of drowned out. Yeah, that one goes good. And I think a lot of the Lady Gaga originals have just horrible sounding drums. You guys have a good version of Bad Romance that isn't the one that I made? Because I'm looking for one that
that's
like
the
doesn't.
One that I play.
Okay, I'm looking for one that like changes the song less, but like every time I play the original, the drums are just like sloshy and awful.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Okay, all right. The Even Steve one is still the one then.
Which one I used to play back in the days before? He was one of the guys that was really coming up early in remixing, and that Bad Romance was one of his best ones. I'll look it up. I'm ruining that.
I think I know who you're. I think
he just disappeared. He fell off.
Yes.
He just fell off. He was killing it and then just fell off. Chufu.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a Chufu.
That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
That was one of his best ones that he ever did. Was that? So I don't even have it in my library. So the Even Steve one must have just been better and taken over it for it.
The other one that I feel like was crushing the game around that same time, which we don't see much from anymore, was the Cosmic Dawn.
Yeah, I liked Cosmic Dawn.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
don't even know where you get his stuff, or if he's just not doing it anymore, or what.
I feel like there's no place to get all those like old edits. I feel like a lot of younger DJs just have no way of getting like those like classic like kind of like 2008 to like 2015 like DJ edits.
Right.
It's hard to find these days.
The Chufu one is still on DMS.
Dude, Cosmic Dawn is still a thing. We're just not he's got remixes. Nah. 4 years ago is his newest one.
Okay, well, is it me next or yeah? Let's see, mine next. So I'm gonna go new on this one. I have a kid, so she's always playing the TikTok jams for me. And Artemas, I like the way you kiss me. I've thrown it in, but not like any peak hour. But I just like the song. I think it's kind of that 2000s, late 2010s punky indie stuff. Just has that vibe to it, so I like it a lot.
Yeah, that one was actually like on my list. I love that song.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It's been getting a great reaction for me actually. And it's a short song. Like you can almost like pull off the whole thing if they're really feeling it.
Yeah, I've been playing it early. Maybe I need to save it and play it a little bit later. But no, I just dig the song.
There's not enough like actual like 150 BPM stuff out there that works. So anytime something like comes along that I can throw in with like the usuals, it's like, come on in, man. You're part of the set now.
You're part of the family. Let me take you into the wings.
Love you.
Take you under my wings.
We got enough 128. We need some 150s.
Yeah. Here you go. Come along to the party.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your number 3, Steve?
Where are we at? Oh, Rush, Troye Sivan.
Okay.
So that's like a newer one. It's a house track. I made an edit, like I guess I would call it like an epic intro, but it doesn't like cut out the drums or anything. It just starts like kind of from the part they know. And it gets like a good reaction to people who know the song. It might not be like the broadest appeal, but I feel like the people that know it and they like it. And when you play it, you just made friends with them like for the whole night just for hitting like that one song. So it's a banger. It's catchy. It's newer. Anything new that I can fit into my set, I'm gonna try to make it happen because I'm just so burned out. Like the usuals. So great track. Are you guys playing that at all?
I'm not, but I'm adding it right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. I haven't, but again, I'm kind of always looking for something new that just doesn't not work. It can kind of be okay. Like it can go over okay. It just can't like completely fall off the floor. And then, because like you mentioned, we're all tired of playing No Hands for the 9,000 millionth time and just stuff like that. That just is the same.
Yeah. If you're getting an okay reaction and you're new, you're part of the set. You're in.
Yeah, for sure.
That was kind of like Loud Luxury Body when it first came out. That's what the way you're describing it. Like you would play it, it was this underground hit that if you knew people it was like their favorite song, and then it just slowly got in and became a monster hit. But that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I need to bring back playing Body in my sets. I haven't played that in a while.
It's a good like early night one.
Oh, it works.
Yeah.
It works all right. It's never like a huge song for me, but it's a good like feeling out the energy early on kind of track that I like to use.
Yeah, for sure.
I did a hook first version of it, and it's been working a little bit better because it always took a minute to get into it.
You play the original?
Yeah, I just play the original, but I made a hook first.
So I play the Kid Cut Up one, where it's like a hook first, and then it plays the regular drop, and then if you want to keep playing, it hits another hook, and then it's like a bigger EDM drop. And I like to play that because I can like mix out if they like weren't that hype, but if they are that hype, I'll just like let it ride. And it's like, all right, let's do the bigger drop then. Let's go there. So
yeah,
shout out to Cut Up. That's a super useful edit.
The next song that I had picked on my list was the Shaboozey song. We did a little edit to it. There's been a bunch of edits that have come out, but I just felt like I've been playing it and it's been on TikTok, but it really hasn't been like crushing for me that hard. And then Simo just did like an epic intro, and I just like the way he edited that song more. It comes in with a little more oomph, like it comes in with a little more intention, and I think that helps that song. It's kind of what it needs if you're playing it out, because I feel like it's still kind of in that phase where it's like newer, and not everybody really is feeling it, because it's hard at that BPM to like push a song that sounds like that. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel that way.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's kind of got that like country sound, and I'm nervous to do that out here. Like every time which is weird because every time I go there, they're like down. Like there's been no like aversion to country out here, but it feels so like, at least my previous understanding of New York, it feels so un-New York to play fucking country music at the bar. So I haven't played that one yet, but I intend to.
I just don't like country, so every time I play it, I hate myself too. So there's that.
I just haven't got around to play it. I don't give a fuck. I'll play the shit out of it.
I'll play anything. It doesn't even feel like music anymore. I'm
the same as you.
Just lining up the blocks, you know.
Which one gives me another 2-minute break so I can just like enjoy myself and not be stressed out that I lost the crowd.
Yeah, that's all I ask.
All right. Let's see. My turn here. It's our boy BVRNOUT with the V. Junior, senior, move your feet. His version of it. It's just like we've been saying. He just beefed it up and gave it. It just sits much better in all the new current stuff than the original had. You know. And are you guys still playing the Nicki one, or was that grand opening, grand closing? So this, at least that revived this song for me.
So that the Nicki one's actually like a kind of a regional one that seems to be bigger here than in other markets that I play in.
Okay.
So it's still pretty viable. It's not what it was like when I first moved, but it's definitely like part of my set. But the junior senior,
Nobody cares.
That's a classic. That's there forever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there forever.
For me, nobody cares about the Nicki one. For me here, I feel like I play it, and it's just so bizarre to me. I don't get it. Like, they'll like be like, play Nicki Minaj, and then like you'll play something like that, and they're like, no, we wanted Starships, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
play Nicki Minaj is such a tricky one. I got it the other day, and you don't know which way they want to go because she's done so many different things. I'm trying to remember, I played Moment for Life, and it actually like went off huge when I just got like a broad like play Nicki Minaj, because I was like in the 100s and I planned on like staying there for a little bit, but she was being pushy. And that actually went off really well. But I was thinking she meant like super basic Starships or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'd already burned through those at that point. It was like one or something.
right. And then you don't know if like she wants like Bees in the Trap Nicki Minaj either. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, it's tough.
She's done everything.
It is tough.
I'm a Nicki fan.
Oh yeah, one of the best. In terms of like DJ reaction, I think she has more songs than almost anybody that we can play, like in a broad like top 40 open format environment.
Yes, 100%.
Her and Rihanna, I feel like, are like the big ones.
Fuse, your turn.
No, Steve's to pick. He's to pick 4.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yep, Steve.
Oh, so I got One Time, Justin Bieber, which I don't hear a lot of other DJs playing, but it's like a 75 BPM. Do you guys play it?
I haven't actually.
Oh, so it's great, and it's kind of like a Kiss Me Through the Phone kind of vibe. So you can play it in with all that kind of like 75 BPM pop, and it fits in with hip hop. So a lot of the time, if I'm like playing hip hop and I'm like, I feel like they kind of want to go cheesy, like I'll use that as kind of a tester because it's like right in there, and I can just go back to rap from there if it didn't work, and if it does work, you know. So yeah,
turn up the cheese.
Justin Bieber, give it a shot. I think I've got an edit out there that's just like one chorus, and then I have another edit that's like It's like a verse, chorus, and then bridge, chorus. If you really want to give him, I think it's got like good sing along bridge as well.
That's his first album.
I'm not exactly an album listener of Justin Bieber.
Oh, you don't listen to Bieber on the reg? Oh, dang.
Yeah. If I was like 6-7 years younger, I might have owned Justin Bieber CDs, but missed the window there. It's definitely Kid Bieber.
Yeah, okay.
He sounds like a child.
I'm looking at the cover and it's like classic hair when everyone knew him before he cut his hair, and all the girls lost their mind because he cut off his hair.
I feel like he still kind of sounds that way when I listen to him. I feel like he still gives me very much boyish vibes, even with his new music. I'm like, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't quite pinpoint it, but
it's hard to like separate him from like my immediate reaction to him, because I was like such a hardcore like guy when he first came on the scene, and I was just into rock music and stuff. And I was like, this kid sucks. And I like a lot of his songs, and it's matured a lot, but like part of me is still like, Justin Bieber, fuck him. But,
right.
Yeah, I feel like he's matured a lot as an artist. He's done a lot of really, really great stuff. Like
he got roasted. That kind of gave him new life. And I took my kid to the concert. He has some bangers.
I saw his concert too. I just feel like the last album, which I don't even know the name of it, but all these artists, like the new Taylor Swift, nothing has like a certified banger on it. Like it's all just like disposable. There's not one single certified banger on like any of these new albums coming out.
I feel like the streaming money thing is kind of incentivized these like just like including everything on the album because they get like paid per stream. Because I was just looking at like Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic. That album is like 9 songs, and it was like all hits. Yeah. And then you look at like Drake or Taylor Swift puts out something that's like 30 songs, and they sound like kind of half baked. Like they just, I mean, I don't want to like shit on their art. Like maybe they really care about these songs, but it doesn't feel like any of them stand out when you give.
Yeah, but that Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic was 10 years old almost at this point, right? Maybe 9.
Yeah,
I think it came out like 2015 or maybe 2016, but still,
that was a different game.
Yeah,
he had radio play on his side back then.
Yeah, but the thing with that is like when it came out, we all were like certified banger, right? Like we all felt that way. And what's the last song that's came out that you felt that way about? I would have to like sit here and think about it for a minute, where I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, for the first time I heard Fiend, I was like, let's go. This is part of my set. This fucking rules. And it gets a reaction. Like, it's good. It's hype. But it's like, compared to like something similar, like Finito or like Mobamba or something, it's still like not the same pop.
Right.
But I got excited about Fiend. I was like, I got hope for this. This is lit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Hot 100 right now, just trying to see like when's the last time like a certified banger, if I scroll through here. And it's like I don't even like, and like I'm talking like pop. Yeah, I mean maybe Rich Baby Daddy.
It's basically pop. Murder on the Dance Floor. I mean, I know it's not new, but it basically is.
Yeah.
It's new to us. It's new to everyone else. But yeah, it's a 20 years old.
Dude, it's just crazy. There's nothing even on this top 100 list that I would consider like a certified banger.
It's only going to get worse because they're just not making any money on it, and it's too hard to stick, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So my whole take on this is that it's entirely due to everybody just having a choice of what they can listen to and not being forced by the radio to listen to stuff anymore. So now that everybody has different music tastes, the only thing they have in common was stuff from back in the radio era. But we're going to have to find songs to replace these old songs because eventually, you know, No Hands is going to be like 30 years old and they won't even know that. So we're going to have to start digging out these songs and making them party songs. And if we don't do this, what's my set even going to look like? So I try really hard to like find ways to make them work. And I think that there are little gems in there.
Oh, there's tons. Yeah.
Well, that brings me to the number 5 pick, and my number 5 pick is going to be 2 songs. One that I want to talk about is the Sabrina Carpenter Espresso. I've been getting tons of requests for that.
I was just going to say
that's a brand new song. Yeah. That's a brand new song. PETEDOWN did a very tasteful remix that's on DMS. It fits on in that set that you mentioned, like a Murder on the Dance Floor, or like Beyonce Cuff It. That kind of like, 115 to 120, like where you're kind of like feeling out the crowd part of the night. Like, all right, if you're ready to dance, I'm going to play some of these that are highly danceable and like you like them, but they're not like the super high energy songs. I really like that song. I've gotten a lot of requests for it. And then the one other one that I want to mention is an obvious, it's one that makes me hate myself because it's country. It's Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. The I Had Some Help, but there's a really good remix that COASTR made. He's got some good edits on his SoundCloud page. It's on DMS, COASTR and Gabe remix, I believe. It really takes the countryness out of the song, kind of like you did with the Morgan Wallen and the Knights, where I feel like I don't even feel like I'm playing country when I play that song. And that remix is the same way. It makes me feel like it's just another pop song.
I gotta check that out. I actually don't know what song you're referring to. I haven't played that yet. Do people react to it?
It just came out this past Friday. It was like,
cool.
It's been like highly anticipated because Morgan Wallen and Post Malone have been like,
it broke streaming records already. It's on the top. It's like number 3 on Spotify right now. But yeah, huge song.
Oh damn! All right. Well, we'll get on that for this weekend.
Yeah, not quite EDM, but it's getting there. It needs an even EDM version of it.
So I never want to play like an edit the first time I play a song because I want to see what about the song they like before I like start changing it. Because I kind of made this realization like when Rich Flex came out and like people were all like, how do we like bridge that gap? Because it's like 2 songs. So do you make like an edit that like skips from the one to the other? Do you scratch out or whatever? Or they play it as like 2 separate songs, but everybody's like skipping that middle part? Like,
that's the part that they all sang.
Yeah, that's the best part. And I was like playing it like separate. And then one night I just like let it ride. And I was like, damn, I should really like just try these songs out the way they are and like find out what the parts are before I like jump the gun and start editing them.
It just, I give you props for that because sometimes the DJ in me really just wants to get out of the song because I'm like, oh God, we're approaching the 3-minute mark. Oh God.
Yeah, I kind of have like a program, like a mental system that a lot of DJs probably have where they're like, all right, I've earned a certain amount of trust here. I've got this new track and I just have to do the research now. I got to put it out there and like let it play for a while because I need to refine my set. And if I don't do this, I'm never going to find like the right way to play it. And it hurts. It hurts sometimes. And I've bombed with some new songs, but I feel like it's got to be done for science.
Well, do it for science.
Yeah.
Is this something you're going to throw on the Patreon? Is like the doing it for science section?
Yeah, maybe. I might go into like my methodology and stuff because ever since I did like the education at Midwest DJs Live, I've had a lot of people like asking me to kind of do like videos on kind of like DJ technique and philosophy and stuff. So I might be doing more of that on the Patreon going forward.
I like it.
So yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Drew, what's your number 5 pick?
Well, I went new as well. Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby. It just has a different sound and I like it. So there it is. And it's number 1 on Spotify right now.
Surfing? Is that the swag surfing sample? Am I hearing that right, Steve?
It doesn't sound like it's me.
I don't think so. I'd have to listen again. If I missed that, I'm gonna kick myself because I don't know. I dig the song. I get it requested a lot, and I play it. I haven't gotten like a huge pop from it yet. But like we were saying off the air, like it's kind of young. Like it needs some time for people to kind of get to know it. But it's definitely a cool song, and I like the vibe.
Oh, I like that beat. To me just sounds like an old Casio keyboard for some reason. It's just like he like found the pre-made loop and just hit play on it. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, it does have that quality to it.
Yeah, it's funky. It's different. I like it. It's so different.
Yeah.
I like the song. Love the song.
So this brings us just to Steve's 5th pick.
My 5th pick was going to be Espresso. Wait, I had how about How You Get the Girl, Taylor Swift.
I
Which
don't
one
know
is
that
it?
one.
How You
Yeah, I
Get
don't
the
know that
Girl.
either.
So
Steve's got all the hidden ones here.
yeah, I felt like I wanted to like touch on some stuff that's like that I don't hear other DJs play. So I learned this one from like my buddy Philly in Baltimore. Always plays it. It's just like an older Taylor Swift song that like Taylor Swift fans really like, and you can just write it out for like there's like a verse and a chorus, and you'll get a good sing along. And I feel like you earn a lot of respect from like artist fans when you play like the less obvious songs. Like I feel like whenever I just play like You Belong With Me and like Love Story, it's like they look at me and they're like, yeah, this is this dude that like is begrudgingly playing Taylor Swift. But if I can play like something like lesser known, they're like, oh, this guy's our guy. Like he gets it. Okay. And like I can make
He's
some friends
Swiftie
in the audience. Yeah, and I'm all about that. I'm all about like trying to make friends in the audience, trying to connect with people.
There you go.
See, I'm cool. I know your shit, but also we're gonna play the usual shit too. But now you're my pal and you're gonna be along for the ride.
Come over here. Come under my wing. I'm taking you along.
Yeah. Yeah. So How You Get the Girl, Taylor Swift, definitely one to throw in there. It's not going to be huge, but it's going to get a reaction.
All right. You heard it.
All right.
There
Yeah,
it
I
is.
like that one. That's pretty much all we had for this episode. So unless you want to, hit them with some sauce or whatever, that's pretty much all we had planned.
Yeah, I don't know if I specifically got any sauce I had prepared for this. I was just here to talk some music with the boys, do some catching up.
Yeah.
No, that's all good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I loved it. I love the music talk, and they always do really well, and everyone likes to hear about it. And if you guys aren't or haven't already, go check out Even Steve's Patreon. You'll definitely load up your Seratos.
It's I was gonna say it's $15 a month, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So newest edits always on Club Killers first. In terms of like bootlegs, mashups, wordplays, transitions, all the bigger ones go on there first. And it's $15 for the Patreon, and it's pretty much all of the personal edits I make for my own sets. So it's got to be like 100 edits a month or something go on there. A lot of short versions, acapella in out, re-edits of like remixes that I find that I think make them more playable in open format sets. Breakdowns of routines, got a couple tutorials on there, have a couple live sets. It's definitely worth like the $15. Like if you want to go check it out and decide this sucks, I guarantee you're at least going to have like $15 worth of edits when you cancel.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah, go check it out. It's been cool. It's been cool so far. It's been a good way to reach people that like dig what I'm doing specifically.
Right.
It's a curated audience that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we're big fans, and we appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, great talking, guys. Good to be back on.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So until next time, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, we do this at the end of the month, the last Tuesday of every month with Crate Hackers. We're on live. So if you enjoyed the music talk, we do this live, and we try to do one music episode a month as well. So that's going to be it. It's going to wrap up the show. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.